Hi. Hello. This is Dominic Felgrand, your local gamer. Coming at you with a wee bit of Doki Doki Literature Club. I can't do big fancy words. I get stuttered. As for the storm, it seems to be calming down. The power was cutting in and out last night, but it didn't die, thankfully. The storm is still going on. I haven't heard head or tails about any stores opening up. Here's what it is. Right now, I'm just nomming on some toast. Then I'm going to crack up with a can of Monster. Then we're going to get right into it. How are you? Life treating you well? Yes, but I'm concerned about whether or not that's a good thing. We don't seem to be in a good mood with each other anymore. Plain bread and some coffee. That's not bad. Good start to the day, I say. I made myself a cup of tea with the toast, so it'll be an ideal breakfast for me. Quick, cheerful, very warm. Hair keeps trying to go in my mouth. Okay. Still have a little bit to go. But we're almost ready. You moved out of the way of your coffee. Why, is your coffee moving on? God no. I woke up an hour ago feeling like I haven't slept in forever. For some reason, I'm not able to taste the flavor from my Monster energy drinks anymore. Well, the blue one I thought I'd be able to taste, but I can't. But I can taste the aftertaste of the strawberry dreams. Wonder what's going on.
You haven't slept in yonks.
I don't know how I burnt my taste buds, if that's the case. Not like I ate anything hot. Warm? Lukewarm, sure, but not hot. Okay. I think we're ready to go. We'll push into this, get it done. We'll get Yuri to fall in love with us. And we'll be good to go. Here we go. Starting the club and now picking up piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I really did just leave in the middle of a conversation, didn't I? And I'm super happy that you're all willing to help out for the festival too. Can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Huh? Weren't you complaining about it just yesterday? Well, yeah. I'm not talking about our part of the festival. But it's a whole day of school where you get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. Oh, right, sorry, I forgot to activate my tits. Give me a second. Na 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 na. There we go. Okay. The music's fantastic. I don't feel exactly the best right now. Don't know why. Feel all nasally and dickish. Right. Oh. Wait, no, that's the wrong button. Okay. And there it is. Cold as fuck outside. What temperature is it outside right now? Who knows? You sound a bit like Sayori all of a sudden. And I go from a 10-hour talking stream, you know, where I had to voice act the most of the characters in Yakuza, to another game where I have to voice act most of the characters. I just don't remember their voices. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look for. Oh, come on. Are you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. Eh? I didn't say I didn't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Monica. Eh? That's not how you say my name at all. Also, the joke makes no sense in translation. Eh? Never mind. Let's just focus on your own event for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? Where's Sayori anyway? Oh, there you are. Sayori is sitting at the desk in the corner of the room, looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori? I wave my hand in front of her face. Eh? You're spacing out again. Ah. Sorry. Don't mind me. You can go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Just feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Jeez, you worry. Jeez, so you worry too much about me. I'm fine, see? She already shows me a big smile. Oh, she is depressed as fuck. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone. Well, alright. You say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards everyone else. Boss, the conversation has already dispersed with everyone back at their usual activities. Maybe I should ask Monica if she's noticed anything about Sayori recently. Since they've prepared for the festival, they must be spending a lot of time together. I timidly approached Monica, who was shuffling through some papers at her desk. Dominic, what's wrong? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything up with Sayori recently? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? I can't say I've noticed anything about her. Monica peers across the room at Sayori, who's idly dragging a rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Dominic. You certainly know her a lot better than I do. Why does that white ribbon just feel off? I've been thinking it for a while, but it just feels off, you know? Yeah, but she's never really like this. She's always talked to me about things that bothered her. But this time, when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. Yeah, like, it feels intentionally off-putting, like out of place, like not proper. Like, the pure white here goes with the shirt, but I feel like it's supposed to match the ribbon. It's like there's too much white, like it's intentionally trying to steer you away from her. I don't know, there's just something about her. Maybe it's because it just dominates her secondary color too much. It just makes her feel unappealing to look at, if that makes sense. I don't know why. I just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. No. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. And I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Eh? Are you sure about that? She seems like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she's just having a hard time bringing it up with a person of interest. Person of interest. What do you mean by that? I'm saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you, Dominic. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, I probably shouldn't say too much, but she already talks about you more than anything else, you know. Eh? She's been so much happier ever since she joined the club. Like an extra light has turned on inside her. What? No way. I'm not saying about colour design, I'm just getting this feeling about her. Like, if I was to colour a character, I wouldn't make the ribbon the same colour as the secondary, the shirt, the formal underpart. I'd have made the ribbon an accessory colour, which would have been the same colour as the bow tie. Just the fact that this isn't that is weird. Sayori is always like that. She's always been full of sunshine. It's not any different now than it always has been. You're so funny, Dominic. Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her as so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? Ah, I said too much. Hello, Yellow, how are you? Yellow rabbit. Very specific. Also, your picture is very black for a yellow rabbit. How are you? Also, massive delays. I don't know when you'll get my reply. Ah, I said too much. I'm sorry. What do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should just forget what I said. I'll try to talk to her. So try not to think about it for now. Five Nights at Freddy's reference. You know, I never played it. Any of the Five Nights at Freddy games. I've seen a fuck ton of gameplay, and the characters and the lore was everywhere for like 5 years. I never played it. It is yellow. Like, is it like super in the dark yellow? Well, so long as it's not a pair of tits. I think YouTube or Twitch will have an aneurysm if that was the case. Monica is... Monica. Yeah. I'll try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright. Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica, well, to be fair, a pair of giant knockers bouncing around in the chat is kind of a, you know? Monica stands up for her desk and walks across the room to where Sayori is sitting. I watch her kneel down next to Sayori and gently talk to her. She keeps her voice so quiet that I can't hear her from here. Oh, my light panel died. It hasn't been charging properly. Oh, random Russian. Sorry, my friend. I actually do not understand Russian. The reason why I have the Russian translations is because I had a Russian viewer a while back who had a little bit of English, and they asked if I can put the Russian translations up there with the Japanese translations and the subtitles. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. That's why that's up there. And I lure them into the back room. I don't think you want Monica to be in the back rooms. I don't think you want to be with Monica in the back rooms. I sigh and sit myself down. I know Sayori told me not to worry about her and to have fun with everyone else, but that's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Exactly how much do I care about her? That I'm letting this weigh me down so much. Now I feel like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary, but there's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Why does it feel like I'm being watched? I glance around the room. Oh, it's Yuri. Suddenly I notice Yuri peering at me from over her book. I still want to bite that ear. Ear bite! It's chill at the abandoned Freddy Pizzeria. But she looks away just as quickly with a flustered look in her face. I realise that she won't get any... You know the one thing I always wish I had? Auto-translators. Just so I know what people were saying in the chat. Just an auto-translator on my end. Just filtering out the languages into something I can read. So I can keep up with people in different languages. Oh, he asked, how are you? Hi, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm tired. There's a storm outside since last night. We got a storm warning for it as well. Went to the shop and like everything was bought off the aisles. Well, not everything. All the stuff you'd want to have is bought off the aisles. Like bread. There was no bread left. And then everything else had massive dents. So many Pringle cans were bought. So many Pringle cans. I myself are making do with a can of Monster and a batch of buttered Scottish shortbreads. It'll do the job, I think. Anyway, thank you for asking. How are you? Life kicking you well? I hope so. Realise that she won't get anywhere like this. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. When I went to bed sometime this morning, power was being knocked on and off, but it didn't cause a complete power cut. In the, I don't know how many hours I've been asleep, 12. I don't know if there was any power cuts at any point in that time. I didn't get any text messages, so I guess no one experienced one itself. Oh, translators are so-and-so. That's good. So long as the machine translator, so long as Translator-chan is doing its job, good. Translator-chan has been fucking with me a lot. A lot. It doesn't even translate the English properly. Look, it mentioned China. I did not mention China. Translator-chan is up to stuff. It's putting words in my mouth. Go to my mouse. What does your mouse have anything to do with this? Jesus Christ. Oh, you got that right. No, you got that right. Thank you. I've never really seen Yuri approach anyone or start a conversation on her own accord. So I have no choice but to approach her myself. By now, it's a little easier for me to do that. I stand up from my desk and sit in one next to her. What voice did I have for her? I didn't mean to bother you or anything. That'll have to do. Relax, you didn't even do anything. Boss, I could tell you wanted to be alone with your thoughts. Alone with my thoughts? How were you able to tell what I was thinking like that? Well, it's something that I do a lot. So, it wasn't hard for me to spot based on your posture and expression. Not that I was staring or anything. I didn't do anything creepy like that. In any case, I guess you're right, she says after learning her entire facial expression behaviour. I'm surprised Translator Chan hasn't got me in trouble yet. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but we will eventually get to it. In any case, I guess you're right. I'm sorry if I caused you any concern. Oh, no, I think I was talking as the other guy. Don't apologise. Your troubles are only the concern of those who willingly share in their concern. Of course, there are certainly those who find the most comfort in keeping to themselves. Because if you would prefer to share what's on your mind, then I would be glad to listen. It's really not that big of a deal. I was just feeling a bit uneasy about Sayori. Sayori? Yeah. She seems a little off today, but when I asked her about it, she didn't want to admit to it. I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh. That's quite romantic. I'm sorry, what? Sorry. The unnatural shadow increasing here. You know she stuffs. I didn't mean to say something stupid. It's not that. I just didn't want you to misunderstand. Sayori and I have just been friends for a long time, that's all. I see. Well, this is the girl who loves trauma and darkness and angst. She's probably all into this. Like, all into this. And perhaps it's a bit unusual for her to be dismissive to you about her feelings. Or maybe I'm just reading too much into it. Dominic, this world is full of meaning, often hidden deep beneath plain sight. And there are many untold mysteries behind every person, no matter how well you may know them. Do you think there may be something behind that, after all? I think that Sayori is a very complex person. Her mannerism on the outside don't always match what may be going on inside her head. Well, yeah, I already got that much. And she may not always know what she wants. I noticed her strange behaviour today too. And I also feel some concern for her. Only some. Let that sink in. Some. But in your case, it looks like you are fully occupying your thoughts, hasn't she? Well, I guess that was the case. Sayori, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? I guess. But you don't need to put it that way. We're just good friends, that's all. Yuri suddenly looks deeply into my eyes. Her expression is gentle and curious, as if she's searching for something. Oh, I've had people do that to me before. Never understood, well actually I've done it before now that I think about it. Embarrassed, I avert my gaze. Sometimes, a person's mysteries are untold even to themselves. And you, as someone honest and caring, may uncover feelings you weren't aware in you. Honest and caring. The only reason I'm here is to get a bit of and that's what my character said at the beginning. He's here just to get lucky, you know? Just get a little bit lucky, you know? Little did they know Dom's head is full of mechs and muffins. A mecha muffin. Or a muffin mech. Actually, that'd be kind of cool. May uncover feelings you weren't aware. That is, I think that she would be a very fortunate person to have you feel that way about her. Yuri, you're giving me too much credit. I'm a pretty simple guy. He likes tits. So I think I'm pretty good at understanding my own feelings. No, you don't. I'm not nearly as sophisticated as you. That's not a compliment, is it? It is what it is. Wow, what a backhand. Anyway, as long as you're here, why don't we do some reading? Well, as long as you're okay with it. Yeah. I should be taking my mind off the whole thing anyway. Just trying to distract himself. That's all he's doing right now, distracting himself. Okay, everyone. After some time passes, Monica calls out their classroom. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. Wonder what she's talking about with Sayori. Who should I show my poem first? Obviously Yuri. We made our poems for her angst. Dominic? Your writing has only improved in the last few days. Every poem you've shown me has been nothing short of spectacular. I can really feel the emotions. I'm a little envious even. I don't think I've ever come to me this naturally. Yuri, what's wrong? What's the wrong way to put it? Yuri, that's the wrong way to put it. This never did come naturally to me, but I've been able to improve so much thanks to you. You're really the example I was chasing after. Is that so? Yuri's gently smiles to herself. This feeling. I'm so glad I got this chance to share my writing. I never thought it would feel like this. I remember you mentioned that yesterday. I can't believe that you're so good at something that you've never even shared it with anyone. It's kind of a shame. Maybe, boss. It's not like I really had a choice. What do you mean? Well, Yuri smiled sadly. Dominic, during lunchtime, I eat by myself. Did you know that? It's a great time to find a quiet spot and do some reading. In fact, I always have some books with me. You could say I really enjoy reading. Well, that's one way to put it anyway. But books are full of amazing and inspiring people. People you want to fall in love with, or people you just know would make a really good friend. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. The amount of Harry Potter fanfics would actually validate that story, that claim. Cheerful people who always put a smile on your face. Or deep thinkers and problem solvers who discover the mysteries of life. So when you look at it that way, I'm surrounded by friends every day. I too was surrounded by... You know, when I was younger, I used to want an imaginary friend. I tried to make one up. It didn't last long. I was never good at staying consistent to anything. So I never really had an imaginary friend. And if I did have one, I abandoned him really fucking quickly. You know? And those friends don't laugh at me. And they don't tease me for spacing out all the time. Don't make fun of my body type. And they don't hate me for acting like a know-it-all. People say that about you? I'm not a know-it-all, Dominic. It's the opposite. I don't know anything. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to make people see me as normal. I don't even know how to make myself happy. I have all these feelings, and all I can do with them is read and write. But it wasn't until now that I started sharing it with you, and I really understood what was missing all this time. But I haven't really done anything. No. Wrong. Just being patient and respectful. That's really important to me. I know I'm a different person, Dominic. I speak too slowly. I second guess myself all the time. I read too deeply into things. But every time, you've always treated me like not anyone else. It's so rare that I feel comfortable with myself when I talk to others. That's why every time I talk to you, I just feel really happy. I see. Well, I treat you how you deserve to be treated, Yuri. And if other people don't see it that way, then screw them. I mean, I joined the club hoping I could make friends. Friends. And I wouldn't say I've had at least one success. And I would say I've had at least one success. Wouldn't you? You put it that way. Yeah. We really are friends now, aren't we? And gone goes the eyes. Look, a little smile, a cute smile. Right. Puts her head in her hands. But this time, she's smiling as she does this. You want to show me your poem? Yeah, I do. Let me get it for you. God. Ghost Under the Light Part 2. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, fading. In the distance, a blue-green light flickers. A coned figure crosses its path. A lone figure crosses past. A silhouette obstructing the eerie glow. My heart pounds, the silhouette grows. Closer, closer. I open my umbrella, casting a shadow to shield me from visibility. But I am too late. He steps into the streetlight. I gasp, drop my umbrella. The light flickers, my heart pounds. He raises his arm. Time stops. The only indication of movement is the amber light flickering against his outstretched arm. The flickering light in rhythm with the pounding of my heart, teasing me for succumbing to this forbidden emotion. What's so forbidden about it? Have you ever heard of a ghost feeling warmth before? Giving up on understanding, I laugh. Understanding is overrated. Touch his hand, flickering stops. The ghosts are blue-green. My heart is amber. Huh. It's actually not a bad story, especially since it's a continuation poem. Finishing the poem, I hand it back to Yuri. It's actually an interesting continuation, because this time in the first story, she's talking about, you know, being lonely, isolated, losing all of the old as the new gradually strips away what used to be. And now in this current story, while standing in that light, at last solitary freedom, a figure walks in and takes her away from it all. Basically falls in love. I flick her back. I don't think I ever read that one. But instead of taking it from me, she looks away. Do you dislike it? It's basically a confession. No, of course not. I just don't really know how I should respond. Despite Yuri's poem usually being cryptic, it wasn't hard to figure out that this one was about. I don't know if I'll be able to explain this one. That's fine. I understand this one. Yuri's having an even harder time speaking than usual. Does this one mean a lot to you? Yuri nods. I'm not really good with words, but I'm happy that you shared it with me. So thank you. And I hope we keep spending time together. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge on Yuri's lips. Yeah, I saw that frown just shoot right the fuck up. Oh yeah, that's the one I was talking about. The one where, what was it? She was talking about, you know, losing all her old places of solace as it was taken by the new. By new things, new trends. And gradually she's losing more and more. And now she's standing in the light of the only old that she has left. The only comfort zone. And then this is the continuation of that, in which someone shows up, arrives within her comfort zone, and takes her hand, or offers his hand, and she takes it. Basically, the first story, as I said, was about loneliness and losing your places of comfort as time moves on. And the last one is about an unknown figure arriving in that last shade of comfort and offering and essentially becoming that shade of comfort. if since it mentions that she's the ghost is the blue-green, her heart is amber, basically saying that her heart has become the place of comfort. And that's because she took the hand of the guy who entered her last solace. So basically it's a confession. Despite my inability to make eye contact, I see a faint smile emerge in Yuri's lip. Then I say it's a confession because she's essentially saying to the reader that, to us, because, you know, we're the ones that have been instigating this change in her, that we've become that comfort that she's been losing over time. She's comfortable with us, happy with us. Pretty obvious. Once again try to hand the poem back to her, but instead Yuri gently takes my hand and pushes them back towards me. I hesitate in response to her warm touch. You can. The poem is... Once again Yuri fails to form a complete sentence. You mean I can keep it? Yuri nods. I'd love to. Again, Yuri faintly smiles as if she doesn't want me to notice. You always make me feel nice. I know I'm not good with people, but hope that I can return the favor sometimes. Yeah. Don't worry. I think you do a good job. Yuri finally turns back towards me. I guess we should move on before Monica says anything. Or I suppose we should move on before Monica says anything. But I'm sure we can talk again later. Yeah. I'm sure we will. Do, do, do. With that, Yuri timidly smiles at me and I return to my seat so I can put her poem away. Let's actually save it for a second. Yuri is next. It's nice, I guess. Oh, fuck. Come on, I can already tell you don't like it. Well, you don't need to worry about what I think. After all, you wrote this for someone else, didn't you? Probably Yuri. Oh, I got called out right there. Eh? I didn't write this for anyone specifically. Maybe. That's not really what I meant though. But it's okay. You're making new friends just like I was hoping. That makes me really happy. And you're happy too, right? In this club? Well, of course I am. The depresso bond, yeah. Of course I am. Good. Look, color coding here. Other than the fact that she is the head of a light bulb, she has the red ribbon that matches her accessory color. She actually looks like she fits the role of the childhood friend. She's properly accessorized. She looks appealing because the colors. This color isn't the secondary color; it's the accessory color, which is actually really important. That's all that matters to me. Thank you, Dominic. Yuri, is there something wrong? Huh? No, nothing. I'm just a little tired today. Heh. Alright. Just tell me if you need anything. I will. Don't worry about me, okay? You can play it with everyone else now. If you insist. That sentence, you can play with everyone else now, sounds very concerning in my mind. I gotta go home a little bit early today. Yuri? Tell Monica I wasn't feeling well, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. Before you can say anything, Yuri cheerfully walks out of the classroom, humming to herself. Just fucked off. Yeah, no thanks. Eh? You didn't even... Next! Jesus Christ! They absolutely stonewalled us. Holy fuck. At least Yuri read it. But Natsuki was like, nope, fuck off. Hi Dom. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival? Well, yeah, and do you see the difference now? Way her secondary color, the ribbon is her secondary color, not her accessory color. Now it just feels weird. Well, being in this club is one thing. Performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more toss. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It'd also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem. Sure. I'll let Monica take the poem I'm holding in my hands. Your style's gotten so refined, Dominic. Yuri's been teaching you a lot of things, hasn't she? Quite a few things. Well, I guess so. Yeah, I've been noticing how much time you spend with her. I think I heard her say more words these past couple of days than she's talked in the whole year. Not sure how you did it, but that's pretty impressive. Well, she just needs some patience and a way to talk with all the things in her head, I guess. Yeah, you're starting to notice it, right? It's as if she's been intentionally isolated from the other three girls. Like, she's the only one that faced directly at us. She's the only one with the secondary colour instead of an accessory colour on her accessories. Wonder if there's any other details that are extremely different. She's also very prim and proper. Her shoulders are face forward. Everything is tied up right. But then again, that's kind of like the ideal. This here is like the ideal imagery anyway for your prim and proper student. But when you combine it with everything else, it kind of starts to feel a little weird. And a way to talk about all the things in her head, I guess. I'm still getting the hang of it. You're certainly putting in a lot of effort. You must really like her. And she says with this concerned look on her face. You see the way the eyebrow lifts? That's concern right there. That's... And now she's back in the standard pose you'd expect from the other three girls. As if she's deviating from whatever's going on to look different intentionally, or to look like the others to kind of put us off. It's weird. There's something about how Monica's designed that's interesting. It's awfully suspicious, you know. Spending time with her in the club every day. Reading those edgy novels with her. Well, I feel bad that she has a hard time socialising. It makes me want to make sure she doesn't spend all her time alone. Besides, the novel isn't too bad either, you know. Alright. Up. Both hands down, no longer on the hip. Clenched fists. I'm reading too much into her, but... yeah. I get you. Just be careful, alright? I know this Yuri isn't used to opening up. I know that Yuri isn't used to opening herself up. So, if something bad happens while she's vulnerable, then it could be really bad for her. Her books aren't a total escape from reality. They're just a band-aid. You say that like I'm going to hurt her. Sorry, I didn't really mean that. If anything, she might accidentally hurt herself. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now. I'm going to save it here. Alright. A lady who knows everything. The old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. I am here. Better. A lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. When all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains, the last dim star glimmering the twilight sky. Until one day the wind ceased to blow. I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more, gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her and find no eyes to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I'm thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollowed voice. I have found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There is no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with her breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. Huh. Yeah, she is like that. I'm not too much. I'm more or less the same when it comes to escaping from reality. I like to delve into stories. I'm a story chaser. But this is an interesting one. It's like she's looking for something, some kind of legend. But as she's looking for it, she learns everything, but then she falls. The fall is significant because she's caught by what apparently is herself. Herself claims that she is our legend, and that our legend is nothing. And then she throws us back to the wind, seemingly to find it again. Hello, Tanuki. How are you? Life kicking you well? This was kind of hard to understand, I feel. I have found this is herself, talking to herself. I found every answer, all of which amounts to nothing. There's no meaning, no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. So this is her talking to herself. After her long search, she discovers that there's no meaning behind any of it. And she was just thrown back to the wind. This is actually a rather pessimistic poem. It's if she's just announced that there was no meaning in life and no purpose in her existence. That she has all the answers and the answers amount to nothing. Question is, what's that nothing? She wanted it to amount to something. So what was she trying to amount to that became nothing? You know, feel like learning and looking for answers are the sort of the things that give me life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything. Yeah, disillusion does seem like a good word. Heavily disillusioned. But it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about. I see. Never really put much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical. Because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. Seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? She's not wrong. I think you can only write so many poems about love hearts and puppy dog tales and so on and so forth before things get weird. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures, says the two-dimensional creature. I think you'd know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Ah, yeah, that. Okay, that sentence was definitely aimed at us, the viewer. People aren't two-dimensional, he says to the three-dimensional being. Oh god, I'm using the 3D avatar. Okay, yeah, that's true. Oh yes, a three-dimensional being. No, that two-dimensional people don't exist. Now, if I ever actually make friends with a VTuber and they use a 2D avatar, this will come back to haunt me, I imagine. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to write your writing? To share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be real disheartening to use lukewarm responses to something you put so much effort into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then share becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good, or okay, or bad, they'll want to focus more on everything that went into it, and the things that you can work on. A 2D character talked about 1D characters streaming on by a 3D character. Oh, that means we need a stickman character at some point. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a sec. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now? Huh? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviate from your usual catchphrase when addressing the club. Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase, he says with concern. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnant air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen. That's foreshadowing. In your book, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little, doesn't she? It's almost like someone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Everyone's balance is thrown off when they're not around. Oh, I have to learn to speak again. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. Natsuki, please show them some decency. Ah, come on. She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? I hope she's alright. Seriously? Of all the times to not go home with her, you picked this time. You picked the time she's not feeling well? I really need to relearn how to read. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been inviting me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh. That curious expression coming from Yuri of all people? That is actually a rather unusual expression to come from her, that I think about it. Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine. But do you notice it here as well? Sayori and Natsuki both have the accessory red. She doesn't have an accessory red. Hers is purple, but hers is to kind of stand her out as a loner. Both the very forthcoming characters have the accessory red, but then we have this girl here with the accessory white. Again, I'm going to keep pointing this out. That accessory white is just weird. What did she say? Anyway, she just flogged us off. Anyway, we need to figure out what the rest of the festival preparations, so let's decide what everyone else will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them. Different flavors. Can you handle that all by yourself, Natsuki? Challenge accepted. And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can... Huh? Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri? I'm useless. No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? Natsuki just got backhanded without realizing it. Now Natsuki's pouting too? Jeez, even I can tell now. I guess I never give Sayori enough credit. But I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. Ah, that was me talking shit. Ah, that may be the case. But if I can't always be leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. Yeet Natsuki at the window? Possibly. So Yuri, you have a beautiful handwriting, you know? So, you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. Atmosphere? I think the voices are starting to mingle together. About that, I love atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself. Her mind is already racing, I see. That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Dominic, the useless one. The one who is truly useless. She didn't even deny it. She didn't even deny it. Not a lick of denial. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It'll probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. Ah, that's... Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to my suggestion like that? Ah, I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. Even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirt work I can give to you. But she's been flogging me off all week. Go with Monica? Fuck no. She scares me. It's not like Monica's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Wow. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. Sun all the way. Who's going to spend the weekend with Yuri? I've been raising her up for the entire week. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Dominic would not like to be around you if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with the decorations. Oh. And look at her just... like she's... Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Dominic too. What are you saying? It'd be extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? Just what do you think? Guys. I settled down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Dami-chan to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? She says coyly. While also, whiplashing Yuri with her hair. Look at her, she's all confident and cheeky. Exactly, that is completely out of left field for her. She did that twice now. The first time was with Monica when she basically told Monica to step off. And the second time was here with Natsuki when she was telling her to back up. So I'm sure he's interested in... You literally just said... Monica just made everything worse. I'm surprised as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Dominic, you okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you. Of course. It's hard to be the only guy in a room full of tsunderes and this one girl who I really can't get a read on. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. But of course, I'm going with... We can literally go chase down Sayori. Ah, she's fine. She's only depressed. Poor girl. I've been chasing Yuri this whole time. I'll probably be the most useful helping out Yuri. Me? Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki. I can already tell what you're about to say, that you're about to say something mean. No. She's like the most unintentionally bullyish character in the entire in this story right now. She's only a depressive one. Exactly. She'll be fine. I was just saying. So you'll be helping Yuri then, Dan? Yeah? That's what I'm going to do. I'm glad. I'm sure you are. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. Why? Are you going to stab Natsuki? So I think your assistance will be very useful. Oh, right. You're talking about the drawings. Actually, I'm starting to wonder now. My mind is kind of deviating. I feel like if we were to talk about these characters in the negative, he's the bully character. Probably get killed really quickly. But we'll probably shank people in the background without anyone noticing. She feels like the straight up stabby type. She'd like stalk you relentlessly and then, you know, just inside you. That's the feeling I get from her. The Represso Bun will probably be the first victim of all of them. And this one here feels like the instigator. It feels like she'd set these two against each other without any issue, you know? And then walk away with the grand prize at the end. The mastermind, if you will. That's great to hear. Based on that last conversation, because she incited these two to start fighting again. And then immediately shut it down. Kind of interesting, actually. Natsuki, will you be able to handle the bacon yourself? I mean, yeah. I already said I would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell that Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So, is that everything we needed to go over? I don't know why she's being sour. I mean, she's been nothing but a pain this entire time. And constantly flogging us off because, you know, Yuri. Monika isn't doing a great job calming the situation, but she's great at keeping those two at each other's throat. Exactly. Also, I did notice a bunch of small things as well. Like, Sayori getting, more and more depressed. And how, whenever something major happens to Sayori, you know, how she moves on or anything like that, it's always when she's talking to this person, Monika. Like, before she left today, it was Monika that was talking to her, and she went from being depresso to pretending to be not depresso, but totally depresso. Makes you wonder what she said exactly. And she was talking to her a few times as well, and Sayori did mention that they were working together on poems. I think it was poems. I don't trust Monika. I know this is a horror game. I don't trust Monika. Yeah, that should be about it. Are you guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it for a little bit. He talks to her a lot off screen. Exactly. Which makes me wonder what exactly her goal is, because we saw her hitting them against each other, and she's been giving us warnings as well about characters. Kind of like, almost as if undermining. Oh, hey Sam, yeah, I'm playing a bit of this. I know, everything about Monika feels like she's instigating everything here. Me? I guess you could say I'm interested in see how it turns out. How are you, Sam? Life kicking you well? Having fun? Namikina. That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki! Boss! Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. That's the problem. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glances between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Dominic picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I ever had. They really go well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that, so... I guess it. I'm kind of surprised though. Why? Well, I'm the one acting immature. Oh, so she's self-conscious. Interesting. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at this. I'm sorry if I said something bad. Natsuki isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken back by Yuri's words. When she already had trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her comfort zone. I agree. It's becoming one of those timeless horror games. I have never played it before. I'm getting to sink my teeth into it for the first time myself. But I've seen this thing everywhere for years. It's almost like a standard to play this at least one at some point in your streaming career. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sayori. Oh. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this. Yuri's version of comfort is showing someone a book. Yeah, with lethal intent. Because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. I'm not going to say this. You better bet my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Ah, I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Natsuki out the door as they chat between each other. David here just to be safe. I turned around. Sorry, I realised I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. I can't believe that slipped my mind. Oh, look at this sly girl getting her phone number. Did I give you my phone number? I think that'll be the best way, yes. Alrighty then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. Then I'll be stopping by your house on Sunday. Huh? My house? Is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought that it would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense. But if you don't mind, I think I prefer going to your house. He just wants to get a good whiff of my bedroom. Or she just wants to see my house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for the reason. We all know the reason. It's not like it would matter much either way. So I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I managed to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you. Don't underestimate yourself, Dom. I think that will make a very productive team. Even if you only choose me because you feel bad or something. Oh wow, she immediately shot herself down. Why Yuri in particular? How do I put this? I had a reason and I explained it last time. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Like, she's a lot of elements that kind of draws me in. And I like interacting with her. But her poses are, fun. Very emotional, and I want to bite that ear. I really want to bite that ear. Whenever her head points all the way to the side, her ear is just front and center, and I want to bite it. I think that's like 80% the reason why I'm chasing her right now. I just want to bite that ear. Even if you only choose me because you feel bad or something. Wait. You don't actually think that, do you? Right. See this? See that? Right there. Look at that. Right there. Ear biting. It's asking for it. Plus, again, that pose is just adorable as fuck. Plus, I actually, contrary to how how social and fantastic my social skills are. See, social skills. I said it 6 times. Her caricature is closer to how I am when I was younger. I used to spend a lot of time reading books, playing games, mostly for stories. I'm a story chaser. And because of that, I spend pretty much all my free time escaping from reality by diving into books and such. So her character being, you know, kind of by herself, off to the side, low energy, it speaks to me, and I really like that. If she wasn't here, I'd probably go for Natsuki, because she has that asshole bubbly energy that I like. I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may have chosen me. Any other reasons you may have chosen me. You're forgetting the one main reason with the most common sense. You're forgetting the one reason with the most common sense. Here. I chose to help you because that's what I want to do. But boss, Yuri thinks to herself with an extreme tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out what you're overthinking, right? Huh? I didn't realise. I'm telling you, I want to. Of course you want to. That's all there is to it. You fed her chocolate. With your hands. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long time. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says that and relaxes her expression. And I'm really looking forward to Sunday. Yeah, I am too. She really lost it during the chocolate event. She really did. Oh, I can't believe this. Yuri's going to be coming to my house on Sunday. My anxiety shoots through the roof. Even though I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. There's no telling what might end up happening when we're outside of school. I'll just not tell him what might happening. Pervert. More than that, she told me that she was looking forward to it. Is this the chance I have to make something happen between us? Or is it too early for that? See? Only time will tell. But until then, I won't be able to take my mind off it. I seriously can't wait. It's already Sunday. Time skip. Save. I've been getting increasingly anxious with Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous. It doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt that she'll open up a little bit and it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've even been texting occasionally. He was extremely apprehensive at first, but wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club earlier that day. Not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feeling aside when she might need me? I decided to visit Sayori before Yuri came over. Rather than asking, I'll simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange for her not to run down and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Dam. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? Ah, I guess you're right. It's been a long time. Not much has really changed, is it? Sayori's room is a mess as it's always been. I only recognise the same stuffed animals and wall decorations as she's had for years now. If you came over more often, I wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I ended up cleaning it up for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Or how come you suddenly want to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Wait, how'd you know about that? Yuri had already left by the time we decided the last meeting. Monica told me. See? It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's right. What about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We don't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then? Yep. There's more silence between us. Yuri stares in a random direction. Everything about her behaviour is really uncharacteristic. Okay, for a second there I thought her booty shorts was actually underwear with polka dots. And my mind was just kind of, you know... This polka dots transparent panel is completely destroying my perspective of things. Do you know how many times I looked at the characters design and thought, wow, polka dot school skirts. But no, it's this thing. It's destroying my perspective of reality in this fiction. I just wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. And so, whenever something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Yuri smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, damn. Eh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. What the fuck? Okay, the cute cow plushie is awesome. But what the fuck just came out of her mouth? I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Ah. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Dan. Boss, you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just going to make me say it, aren't you, Dom? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days, I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and care into waste by having them spend it on me? That's why it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without everyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori keeps this from me the entire time that I've known her? Actually, I do know this one. Not the grand detail, but the thing about, making everyone happy by keeping the distance. I've known people who are the opposite. They just didn't want to be involved with people. But they found that if they were being themselves, which is, somber, depressed, wants to be alone, there are far too many people who just want to butt in on that. And they kind of want to, fix the situation. There's a lot of people do that almost unconsciously. They try to get to know you, they'll try and help you out your rut, they try and fix you, so on and so forth. And a lot of times you just don't want that. You just want to be left alone, you just want to enjoy your peace and quiet. So at some point you start putting on a face, a mask. That mask is a false happiness, and by having this false happiness, this bright smile that people who don't know you can't see as false. You're able to put an arm's reach between you and them, and in doing so you get to preserve your happiness, but no one will ever be able to realise that you're descending further and further and further and further because you've learned how to put on a mask that can keep them away. I've known people like that. How is it possible that Shiori keeps this from me the entire time that I've known her? Like I said, she was wearing her mask when she was around us. We had no way of knowing because she was keeping us at arm's distance the whole time. That crack, that true expression, because they only knew the mask, because you let slip the mask, it becomes a lot more prominent and becomes a very big problem. Because those people that perceive themselves as your friends, they kind of get a bit too over-invested at that point. Yeah, it takes a while to get rid of them, or to get them to fuck off. Maneki even mentioned that, Shiori acting different when she's with us too. You're right. The arm's lengthening, the fake mask to keep people at a distance. That's what she's been doing to us this whole time. Why, Shiori? Huh? Why is it that you never told me about this? It almost feels like I'm being betrayed by your close friend. Oh no, you dumbass. That's not how you go about answering that. It may be understandable, but that just reinforces her opinion that she should have kept the mask up. And she'll do her damnedest to build a wall now. That's actually a really bad decision there. Even if there's only so much that I could do. I would have tried a bit harder to make every day a little better for you, but she didn't want that. She just wanted peace and quiet. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me, and all you had to do was keep your distance. We kind of dumped her for everyone else. We did. Heck, we completely ignored her. We kept putting her off. We claimed at the very beginning of the game we didn't like her for God knows how long. He was a friend only because we'd known each other since we grew up. Like, he never cared to know. It's only now, after seeing the slip. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. Yeah, that's actually a valid thinking for someone who already developed that mask. I don't want to be cared about. Exactly. I want to be left alone, left in peace, and left to their own devices, and I'll keep everyone at arm's length with that mask. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It's awkward. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung around my head, against my head. Yeah, I get that. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get close with everyone in the club feels like a spear going through my heart. But that's why, yeah, that's the one thing you can't get rid of. There's a level of possessiveness that comes with long form attachments. Like, you form a really long, like years long attachment with someone who has been keeping people at arm's length. When you see them start to break away from you, there's a level of jealousy and discomfort that comes with us. Oh, hey, Suleku? How are you? Hello, Sul. Life kicking you well? And yeah, he's absolutely dense. Dense is a brick wall, but it's an anime protagonist. What do you expect? Sorry, no, it's a what's a visual novel protagonist? So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. Right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Shiori. but I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting. Feels awkward. That's what I'll do. No, damn. There's nothing. Nothing at all. Only thing that could help is if everything could be like it always was. Exactly. You're shocked that people go through this? What Sayori's going through? Yeah, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of things you don't really expect. A lot of things that, you hear in stories and characters and all this, and it turns out they do actually have a hefty amount of salt for reality. The only thing, well, no wait, I was trying to make something there about the grain of salt expression, but it didn't come out right. It came out the opposite, in fact. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. What were you looking for? I finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join literature, the girls' club, because I was selfish. And I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulders. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Tom? Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. Tom. Sayori isn't hugging back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Tom? Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I know is for her to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make those feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Dom. Only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. That's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. Festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that'll be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I can spend the whole day here, I would. Of all days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you do that, then I really wouldn't forgive myself. Boss, it's almost time for Yuri to meet me at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It'll be fun. To my surprise, Yuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. See you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. Jesus Christ! Right. That's very dodgy. Everything that just happened there is very dodgy. I don't know how to feel about that because there's too many high-strung emotions in there. For all I know, she could have been on the up and up, but there's also people who semi mean it, but they do it in a way of kind of re-establishing the distance. She might just be deviating back to her old form by kind of pushing us at arm's length, and will gradually make us feel more and more relaxed about our current mental state. I can see that happening. He's a dodgy one. Because with someone with that type of depression, you never know where they stand because they're very good with their masks. They're very good at reading people and they know how to put people at an arm's length. And I'm going to keep saying that. Telling us anything to get us to leave. Yeah. I think the truest moment there was when we hugged her and she didn't respond. She didn't lift her arms or anything. I've known people with that type of depression in the past, and when they had that experience, they didn't lift their hands because they didn't know how to process what was going on, and they didn't really want to reciprocate the feelings that were coming at them. And I've known that a few of them have they've only returned the hug just to get the person to back down and to re-establish their distance. I've known far too many like that, actually, now that I think about it. I don't know, it's not a good one. That type of depression will never go away because that's a rooted one. That person probably, she said the only time she feels anything is when she's in pain. With that type of depression, that person probably hadn't had any real emotions in their chest for a very long time. They probably don't even remember what half their emotions felt like. That's one of those things about that depression, it numbs you. And at some point, when you stop feeling emotions for a long enough time, you start to forget what those emotions felt like. Eventually, it just becomes this thick, murky feeling, and then eventually even that starts to numb. Before you know it, you just feel heavy. Should have invited Yuri over there so the girls should have had the talk. He did invite her over, but she refused. She backed out. There's some things that the girls are really good at when it comes to social situations like that. I wouldn't know. Honestly wouldn't, but I'm not sure if this is one of those social interactions. This is more like her mental state is completely done by the situation. But she mentioned as well that she's been like that for most of her life. So this started very early. She's been like that for years. I guess though is that someone has been getting to her because she seems like she's cracking. And I have a feeling it's Monica, because Monica's the only one that's socially interacting with her. Within the group anyway. I don't trust Monica anymore. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. And we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approached my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Oh, she's wearing pants. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. They're a little early. Main character really fell for it, yeah. Everyone's favourite dating sim. I'm sorry I wasn't home. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here, probably like 2 hours ago. But I started to get really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I'd known, I would have reassured you and hurried more on my way home. Ah, I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find anything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything alright. I'm sure it will be fine. I take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. So clean. She says as if she's expecting something, you know, bad. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. I probably wouldn't have. Oh no! It would be really embarrassed for my room to be messy. But you are here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. Ah, that would have been even more embarrassing. You scanned the room. Oh, she scanned the room. Wait, don't look in there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was at the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. Ha! I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. She immediately went for the drawer. Did you see that? I'm surprised she didn't just duck under the bed to see if she could find a porno collection. Immediately went for the drawer. No, Yuri has also said she only had like a moderate of care for to Yuri. I doubt she'd go over. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist, put both of her hands firmly in her lap, as if making sure she was keeping track of them. So, do we get started? Ah, yes. I have a few things I planned that you can help with. Should we have looked? Should have that under lock and key. Ah, yeah, we should have that under lock and key. If he's smart, it's under lock and key. There's a lot of books on the shelves. For a second there I thought they were video games, but I think they're like stacks of cassettes. But I don't see a cassette player, so what the fuck is he up to with them? I'm going to assume that's for a school uniform. Let's assume it's in the wash. Okay, now this room is weird. Look at it a second. This hanger, right? It's shorter than the length of the length of the wardrobe. But then we have these two little wardrobe bits here, and it's like, does he just have clothes? Just, you know, tiny amount of clothes hanging up lengthways? Or does he have a wardrobe somewhere behind the desk area here? I don't know, it's weird. It's like he doesn't have any room in his apartment for clothes. Does he wear like the same 6 clothing every day? I do that. I have like a dozen clothes, but I only wear like the same 4. I rotate between them. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, candles. She wants scented candles. Oh wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I wanted to take our guests to a faraway place. Although Manny will stop by for just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. Even with the model same 4 outfits. It would be more, but I keep having to make tweaks to the model. And then I keep forgetting to finish them off and then make new outfits for them. I think I'm mostly done with the model. Like, I have a completed base. I just need to put outfits onto it. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Ah, intense. I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. I'm sure it is. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. Yeah, so no need to be anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. Jesus Christ, I just realised her knockers are like several stages bigger than they were than her school uniforms. What the hell is she trying to do? I was going to use them during poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and wooden cylinder shaped objects. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the window in black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. Huh? How familiar are you with aromatherapy? Aromatherapy. Not familiar at all. Ah, is that so? It's one of my favourite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. Maybe pack up some of that aerotherapy and just ship it over next door. Hide down fucking Siori and just get scented candles everywhere, black out her paint their windows. Get better, get better, get better. God, that'd be horrible. Depending on the oils or herbs you choose, you can change the mood of the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, affection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. It's just a moment, a thin ray of vapour begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. +1 mood, +1 mood. What kind of mood is that one for? This is a jasmine essential oil. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I choose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions, helps you feel them flow through your body. It feels warmer and your heart pounds more heavily. Give me a second, I want to check something. I knew it. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna swap over. Okay, watch this. In Hinduism, jasmine is considered as having place of honor as perfume of love. This is down to the fact that it fame as an aphrodisiac in many cultures. For the same reason, jasmine essential oil is nicknamed Queen of the Night because of its strong and libido boosting qualities. This girl wants some. This girl wants some. She 100% knows exactly what she's doing. Oh, she knows. You don't think they'll be perfect for sharing her poems? It does sound suitable, but you seem to know a lot about this, so I trust your opinion about it. Yuri smiles gently. Time to give Yuri a kiss. I think she wants more than that. Sounds to me like she wants a kiss on all her lips. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are these for? Well, did you purchase the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will they be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon that hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Clever, clever. It would also catch the eyes of those passing by the room. It may attract some to peek inside. I'd laugh though. Wait, was I laughing? I didn't notice. That's really creative. I have no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Oh, right, I was using her voice, sorry. That's so. Well, I suppose I do get a little intense if you put it. You came here with an aphrodisiac and ribbons. A little intense is, putting it mildly. Ooh hoo hoo. She giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she relaxed when it's just the two of us? Yeah, that's exactly what it is, Sul. It was curious in my mind because I remember hearing something about aphrodisiacs and particular flowers. And I had to stop for a second because I couldn't quite remember which flower it was. And I figured this was probably it. So I did a little bit of peeking, and of course, it was. Yuri is determined. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Maybe it's the aphrodisiac. Or maybe it's just the excitement she feels when sharing something that she enjoys. Like the aphrodisiac. Here's a marker, Dominic. You can write any character you want. I'll help you once I've finished cutting the ribbons. Ah, alright. Oh god, that's the second aphrodisiac themed item that we had involved in Yuri. Believe it or not, chocolate is considered a type of aphrodisiac as well. So the fact that we opened with aphrodisiac with putting it directly in her mouth when we had that book reading session earlier. And now we're here and she's bringing her aphrodisiac candles. This girl is downright nasty. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my bad handwriting. Chocolate is very good. It's why I overdone it. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then, yeah, I'm sure it is desired. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. Eh? The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of waves etched onto it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. That's the ordinary pocket knife. Looks really fancy. Well... Embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. After everything I just learned in the last 10 minutes, I have every reason to judge. Wouldn't have an open cup around her. No, you're not wrong. Each their own, you know? You promise you won't be weirded out? Yeah, I promise. Alright. She see it as a knife collection. The thing is, I'm kind of into knives. They're just so pretty. I can't help it. I don't know what it is. You know, I used to have a tiny knife collection myself. Very small knife collection. Sold them off. Made a quick buck. It is what it is. Hopefully I didn't really have a use for them anymore. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe. What I'm saying, she really is into some stuff, isn't she? Please don't think I'm weird for this. Hon, I'm already concerned about the fact that you brought that type of candles here. And lengths of ribbon. Now you're telling me you get turned on by knives. I am very concerned. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at how nervous you got about sharing. It's an interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Ooh, kinky. Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife, with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the pointed knife on my index finger. Ow. Tom! Why did you do that? Didn't expect it to be that sharp. She's using it to cut ribbons. It's going to be sharp. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. I guess she doesn't need any mace. She came out here good old London style. Oh no. Small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes... Oh god, she's going to suck my blood. And gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. You're squeamish. I'll go wash it off now. Ah. No, she's I think she's a dom. I think she comes off as a sub. But I think once you really get her going, she would 100% slice you for the sexual gratification. Without warning, she puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. She says as she filletos my fucking hand. Jesus Christ, girl. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Do you know I actually dated a girl who had a thing for inflicting pain on others? He had no... unfortunately, didn't have any consideration for consent. And I almost lost my tongue. But that's a story in and of itself. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. Ah. That was a little weird and it took me by surprise. With the candles, I imagine he had quite an enthusiastic experience there. But I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? Do you see what I meant by you having entertaining stories the other day? But it was just something that came to mind. Don't worry about it. This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Jesus! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri just looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. It is already extremely heavy. It's now just reminding us that we have aphrodisiac in the air. You're so weird, Dom. Yuri giggles shyly. Huh? Yuri's calling me weird. I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? Ah, I don't think I need one actually. It was a tiny cut. Looked like it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through the ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. I think the jasmine had an unintended effect on her. She really went for the hand, didn't she? After we finished or unless it was intentionally intentional. After we finished attaching the paper to the ribbon, we laid them all out side by side. Looked better than I expected, and be very effective as a door curtain. Okay, Sul, good luck and have fun. Wish you all the best. Bye. He just put alcohol in the cut. Jesus Christ. It looks great. Good things coming up with this, Yuri. Ah, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Ah, that's right. One of the items Yuri said asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Sorry, I think I got a message. Give me a second. Okay. Not important. One of the items Yuri's have asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablet. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each of the tablets in. You don't mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, and just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, they'll be too diluted. Taking Yuri's advice, I decided to use a small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them. What's a bathroom cup? I put them on, like, when I have a bathroom cup, I just put a cup in the bathroom. I didn't know they were specific things. I put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips and bring it back into my room. Yuri? Yes? I come in to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, pulling it back over her arm. Ah, nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? Ah, no, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cup. So, I thought we could do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colour for a sunrise, and then daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium at the front of the classroom. Ah, well, okay. What are you going to write? Well, there was something up with her sleeve. I'm now very suspicious of her. And she said she quickly rolled down her sleeve. That means there's something going on with her sleeve. Now we're talking about a girl who seems to fetishize blood and has an extremely sharp knife and a desire to hide her arms. My first thinking is that she may have an extreme fetish for cutting herself. We'll see how it pans out, because she is all in the aphrodisiac. Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at you, if you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel on opposite sides so we don't get in each other's way. Yuri uses a brush to add a few dots of different colours across the banner to serve as a colour guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolours feels a lot like the art class projects we had back then. It's relaxing. Ah, I'm sorry if this feels too childish. Nope, I didn't mean it that way at all. It's kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like it when I spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple, like reading. It doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes things feel a lot nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. And your morally questionable bag of tricks. That's so. Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. Feel that way about things like anime and games. Or simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. Yeah, that's true, I can go with that. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over to grab the banner to grab an unusual paintbrush. I move at the same time. causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah. Sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. I'm just startled, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. Not your fault. Ah, your face. There was droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel. Then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel down in front of her. Ah! Wow, that perspective is completely odd. It's weird seeing Yuri looking at us straight on, especially when she seems to be half aroused. Here. I pat down Yuri's face with a towel. Is something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. Huh? Just for a bit longer. It feels really nice. Ah. I keep my hand against Yuri's cheek. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognise from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is it the aroma of the jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yes! Yuri's gentle fingers wrapped around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm. And suddenly, her face seems to be much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Ah. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry. I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began. Yuri picks up her brush again, but her movement seems clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. Oh yeah, she has really planned this all out, didn't she? Someone please throw that jasmine thing? No, she has that all set up. She knows what she's doing. I should do it. I finish filling the night sky with white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Ah, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true, but won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Well, after everything you've been up to recently, I think there's one thing you want to do that's here. You! You say that like you're glad it's over. Was I wrong to assume you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh no, it's not like that. I'm just glad that we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah, so you don't have any time left. I was secretly hoping we could have some extra time after finishing the work. Well, Yuri thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Oh yeah, she wanted to ride the pocket rocket. Gathering all her things, Yuri seemed to look a little downcast. I understand why. Sounds like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with friends in a relaxing environment. That was anything but what she wanted. That doesn't mean that this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packed up, I walked her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then. Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait! I kind of said that without thinking. About today. It's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over. Or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Dominic. Yuri takes a step closer to me, then briefly squeezes my hands. I kind of like that about you. Well, am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Eh? Hi, Dominic. Sayori? Just now, we weren't... it's okay, Dom. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. I'm sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course. Sayori beams. Yeah, so see you tomorrow. She's really awkward. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Hi, Maizen. She saw. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination's been really mean to me. So I had to come over and see it for myself. See what? What's she talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri. Now how close you got to her. Makes me really happy, he says while crying. That you made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like, tailbone? My heart is splitting in half. It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It would have been so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. There, see that? Did you see that, Monica? I should just... Monica, oh, Monica was right about what? Sayori? What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't a burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sayori looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Dom. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori? It's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. I did this to myself. Dom, I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt her anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand in my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? You still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And that's what I'm going to give you. You straight up confessed, yeah. Okay, so right now I'm going to be next level selfish. Sayori has been, but we're going to talk about this at length here. Sayori is talking about how our sympathy, our love, our care is destroying her. She talks about how being in love with us is pain. Saying we love her back, I don't know if that's the right thing under the circumstance. Especially since we're coming off really disingenuous right now. And think about it for a sec. We only started paying attention to her because suddenly her mask slipped. Until then, we didn't give a shit. But now what she needs now is something solid. She thinks she'll probably destroy a relationship if we loved her. She knows that we're kind of chasing Yuri. I know it feels wrong to say I love you. It really does after everything that's happened. But to at least say we'll always be friends is right. We just had a goth girlfriend lick her blood. We won't lie to Sayori. Yeah, let's not lie to Sayori. We'll always be her friend. But we're currently chasing the big-titted goth lady, so no. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Yeah, that's what she said before. She wants things to be how it's always been. She wants things to go back to what they were before she let the mask slipped. Annika told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seem after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult feelings right now, but please trust me that I know what's best and what will make you happy in the end. That is extremely possessive, isn't it? I promise I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. I don't think there was actually a right answer regardless. Because that confession, she really wanted us to reciprocate, I imagine. But I don't think she would have been forgiven of herself if we did reciprocate it. I don't think there was a right answer in that entire exchange. Sayori forces a smile through an incredibly pained expression. That what feels like to get stabbed in the chest. I should write a poem about this. Sayori? It's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being so selfish? So please won't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I know this whole time there's no happiness down the path. Okay, maybe I did go out down the wrong path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. You're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way it was. I realise that now. You really do know me better than anyone, Dom. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So, Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden, she turns around and drops to her knees. And she screams to the high heavens. Clutching her head with both hands, she screamed as loudly as she can. I'm so shocked that I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder and flashes me one more weak smile before turning around and running off. Sayori? I'm left helplessly standing in the front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's not more than that I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings and help her on the path that's right. I'm having so much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until they are back to the way they were. I'm going to give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend. I'll do everything it takes to put my smile on her face every day. Girl gonna have the neighbours popping their heads at the window? Probably did. Except I'm pretty sure there's no one else in this entire fucking universe. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be the one where I'll be walking to school with Sayori. But Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be near and complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry. I gently rolled it up to take with me. She sent me a pleasant text, reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Tom, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared for all the poems we're performing. It's interesting that she came out swinging like this instead of face forwardness. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and I submitted it. But do you notice the way how when she kind of does this, she takes up a massive portion of the screen. And she does clip over other characters. Kind of interesting how she does that. Like she wants to be front and center, but everything about her is just wrong. I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted this. So that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on the day that's important, you try a little harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday. And I suddenly felt awful. Knowing I'm not nearly that simple for her. It's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Dominic. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. Kinda left her hanging this morning, you know. How does she know? What's she mean by that? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. What does that have anything to do with it? But I stammered, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about it that quickly? About how I basically turned down her confession? That makes me really feel like the bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Huh? Monica is being as friendly as usual, but for some reason, a chill ran down my spine. Hey, you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grabbed one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, thought so too. He flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I recognise Natsuki and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. The one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head. I do what I know is best for you. Get out of my head. I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But the poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. Oh, that's very ominous. What is this? Reading the poem, I feel a pit in my stomach. Tom? What's wrong? Ah, nothing. His poems feel completely different from everything else he already written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to go get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the room. Don't strain yourself, she calls out after me. And she says it with the sing-song symbol at the end too. I quicken my pace. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. Not a big deal to at least wait for her or help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Sayori's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer, since she's not picking up her phone. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sayori? He really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all, waking her up in her own house. Isn't this more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really don't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Really left her hanging, didn't we? Fuck. Oh. Oh, okay, this is going to be fun, isn't it? What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe what my own eyes are showing me. I suppressed the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her I know what's best and everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning down her confession? That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonizing scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. Hello, Sam. I'm swarming. Thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of our relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can just reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Passing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't be there when she needed me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. Ever. 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 Fuck. What fuck am I looking at? File editor error. Character Sayori character. The file is missing or corrupted. The save file is corrupted. Starting a new game. Okay, I'm gonna love this, aren't I? Oh, I've got a poem here on Twitch's side. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you in my hand in a pen. And that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into dark puddles. Just move your hand. Write the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Okay, was that the poem or was that a description of the game? Because either way, that... Hello, Bow. How are you? Holy shit. Okay, this is a great start. I think I'm going to enjoy this. Only took us, what, 8 hours to get here? Now let's sink our teeth into this. Is. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Cthulhu, my neighbour and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today? Well, it just kind of works out because you know each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and would get tired of waking up. Was she really going to chase after me like that? I must feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Cthulhu catch up to me. Okay, this is going to be really fun, isn't it? It's the last song of the game. Nice. Also very ominous. Extremely ominous. Jesus Christ, but this is fun. This is a nice transition. We had the we had this gradual descent where we're learning bit by bit that all the girls are a little bit off. But Sayori seems to be the most affected. And we have been learning that Monica is an instigator of some sort. And I believe she's the reason that Sayori obviously kind of went all in. I believe that poem we found in the pamphlet was a suicide note. Because she wasn't talking about ending the poem, she's talking about ending her life. I think when Monica said we left her hanging around, I think that was quite intentional. But it makes me wonder if we could have stopped her if we got there, if we went to visit Sayori instead of going straight to school. But that wasn't the choice. And then obviously we had the transition to, you know, our character saying this was our one and only chance. And any attempt to kind of restore that save file resulted in her character being gone forever. Because it really is the one and only chance. Regardless, she's gone now. But it's interesting that the character in a game that seems to acknowledge that it's a game can permanently die. Actually, rather interesting little gimmick. I'm now hyper suspicious of Monica. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. The question now is going to be motives. Mornings are usually the worst. Being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Oh. The intro completely shifted to acknowledge the fact that she's dead now. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls, or something like that. I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. It wouldn't be a girl. Oh, it's definitely a girl. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. We need an anime club. Or a Yu-Gi-Oh club where we can have epic children's card game battles. Speaking of which, I remember I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh in the school, and my principal tried to ban the game because he was convinced it was gambling. But all we were doing was depleting each other's life points. But he's got it in his head that depleting life points was somehow gambling and acquiring money. It's like, it's a children's fucking card game. There's no gambling there. Outside of anti-rules, but no one plays anti-rules. That happens. Besides, most of them would probably be way too... So, you know, clubs wouldn't really work in my old school. Not at all. I just got the weirdest community expression. We've reaching out to offer help. Someone in the YouTube community expressed concern for your well-being. So we're sharing these support resources with you. Oh, why did VTS Pog die? Okay. Are we still alive? Oh, weird. Yeah, YouTube side got downed. Apparently, there was some expression of concern for my well-being, and then that was that. YouTube died. Well, okay then. The hell? I suppose we can leave it off here and we can pick up the game going forward. We can pick up the game another time. All the save files are gone. Okay, give me a second. We're definitely going to have to... Okay, I'm going to have to put a post up. Just let people know that... you know, I'm okay. We can see what happens after here. Well, that was an interesting experience. We didn't really lose out on much, thankfully. But damn, I wasn't expecting that. But as we said, it's a good enough point to take a rest as any. Wait. Where's my stream? Where's my stream? My stream is gone. Ah, that's why. So there's a self-harm policy that we got hit by. So yeah, my stream just got pulled off YouTube. Well, that happened, I guess. So not only did I get reported for, concern about my well-being, but apparently at 2:29, which I think is the moment when that's the moment when we saw the girl hanging. That's when we got hit by a got hit by the hit. So I don't know what we're supposed to do there. It's also going on about discussing things in a graphic, non-promotional, non-instructive manner. Maybe, it's just straight up remove the stream. But I suppose worst case scenario, I could just download this stream off Twitch, make some fixes, and then upload it onto my YouTube channel. It's not a complete loss. But yeah, we just got eviscerated. That was disabled, stream was removed. Such is life. I bet some other people have experienced this as well. Yeah, apparently a lot of people are getting hit for this. I think the only thing I can do is censor it, then upload it. That's probably the best thing I can do right now. Oh well, can't be helped. So for the time being, I'm going to slip off and I'm going to fix up that video and then I'm going to upload it. Might have to... I'm going to have to re-download some video editing programs. Well, has to be done. I don't know, maybe I have some lying around. Regardless, we've gone as far as we could and we got absolutely shafted. So, yeah, no point dilly-dallying. Clipchamp does the job. Should be in my system already. But we'll find out. Clipchamp? Let's have a look. Yeah, but as for clipping things, I don't want to clip things. I want to cover the image with something that I can use as a sensor. Apparently it's not on my system. I can probably get it another time, regardless. Anyway, I have a few ideas. There was a program I was using a year back, so I'll probably just nab that again. I'll probably still have the install files on my the installer on my somewhere. If I don't, I'll just pick them up again. Regardless, I'm going to pop off and get this done. Sorry for cutting that stream very short. It was probably a good thing we cut the stream very short. My throat is still hurting from the stream a couple of days ago. So I think another bit of rest will be fine. 2 hours instead of 8. Yeah, that's true. Well, 2.5 hours. Still. We got there. We got it done. We'll get it fixed. No need to worry about it. Anyway, thank you. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for other good stuff. Good luck. Goodbye. I wish you all the best. I have to fix this issue now. Bye.